Hello, everyone joining in for JMC's intro to foster care. Um, y'all don't know me. I am Josh Kent. This is Introduction to Foster Care, what we do during this time every second and fourth Wednesday. So I just redoing my hair. It's bothering me, and that's why I wear hats a lot, and makes the hair going easier. Anyway, what we do here in the intro to foster care is create a space for our perspective and interested parties in the fostering world to learn more about foster care. We like to be available to our parents and as well as our prospective parents because this is a process that is not always readily addressed or readily known. But we like to keep a space open for questions for people to kind of tune into at their own time, but also get some live feedback when they can. So this is just that open space for anybody. It can count towards kind of your orientation if you are engaged and commenting back and forth and we connect and you're like, wow, that's actually I want to foster, so let's use this as your orientation for you to question, for me to fill you in on what is kind of the best practice or what our process will be for licensing. It is a just kind of an open space, so in the spirit of that I like to feature some different things within uh, each of our intro to foster cares if I can. Let's see. Today, I'll bring back a few of the foster parent memes. Uh, I like them, so I like to yeah. It's my own self care. Being able to laugh and recognize the truth and the validity behind humor is always great. So, got what we got here. So foster parent. What my friends think I do, the angel watching over the kids with no issue, and so um, angelic. What my mom thinks I do. So this person thinks their mom just sitting around waiting for a kid to be, maybe that's them waiting for a kiddo or being sad that a kiddo's left. The mom probably gets the emotional support side of this foster parent. What society thinks I do, get rich cheating. Unfortunately, there is somewhat of a narrative in popular culture at times that some foster parents are in it for the money, what they say. I would say that that's not the best thing to get into for the money. There's not a whole lot of money in it. Yes, foster parents do get compensated, but it's not compensated enough to, I would say, profit off of or get rich. Um, what my social worker thinks I do. That might be the commentary of I'm always checking in with my social worker, so they always think I'm on the phone with them while my kiddos are with me, or the kiddos are always in the background. That's there's a lot of people that I hear the kiddos interacting with them as they call me or as they call their social worker. There's with their kids at the same time. What I think I do, there's someone juggling 1.5 million chores and things, and then what I actually do. Sometimes your hands are on your head, and you can only do so much to keep some of the craziness away. I think that's funny. It kind of just shows there are lot of different perspectives that people take on fostering, but there's not one right way to foster. There's not one right um, view of foster care that I would say that should be generalized to everyone because everyone is in it for a different why, a different reason. They're motivated to be a foster parent. It might be that they have one of their sibling, their their relatives already in care, and they're just taking care of them. They can be foster parents. They can be licensed and could take in more kiddos. Could just be with one. So that's an option. Or just do it part time. It doesn't have to be the crazy hecticness that they show on that last slide. That is fostering. It could be a whole lot of different things. Here's another one that I like to provide some comedy, but also some truth. So foster parents pretending to support reunification. So for those who do not know, reunification is ultimately the state's goal and our goal. We want to reunify our parents, means our kiddos with their family and their biological parents. It can be a tough thing to support at times, especially as a foster parent who has put in a lot of energy and effort to manage behaviors that are tough, to support a child through tough times. It can really feel like you're putting on the mask of smiling, but it really inside is so tough. And we, as JMC and as a CPA, want to acknowledge that and to be a form of support for you in all kinds of ways. And it's okay to feel that way, but ultimately on the outside, yeah, it will look like smiling because we know that it's ultimately good for that kiddo. I think in the end, it can in the time of reunification and the time things are going down, the tears will be held back. But later on, when you get a call from that kiddo, hey, things are going great with my mom or my dad or my cousin or aunt or uncle or something, that's when the smile turns its way on the way back to get more of a genuine smile and feedback from that, because they're happy to see you're happy to see them happy and stable. So and then last one here, let's do another funny one. So when waiting to get a call for your next placement and only telemarketers are calling, as someone who recruits people as well as deals with new people, whether it's from the state or from private organizations, I get a lot of random calls on my phones. I answer almost every of them. Unfortunately, half the time, they're those telemarketers, and that's kind of commentary more on society, and we get a whole lot of telemarketers coming our way. But it's also the case too, I don't necessarily always get my calls answered as someone looking to reach out to references or people that are prospective foster parents. The first few times I call them, they might not know who I am. I like to send a text to, we're all on our cell phones, and it's easier sometimes to read a text than to pick up the phone because you don't know. Could be just a telemarketer on the other line. So those are just a few fun kind of memes that related to foster care that I wanted to share today. But in within each of them, it really pulled out, I think, something that we, as a private organization, because we are a private organization, and people say, well, why should I get licensed in a private organization versus the state, and vice versa? It really just depends on your level of preparedness to be a foster parent, to your knowledge of the system. It can be very hard to navigate the different roles within the state unless you're a little familiar with it. Some people do it awesome, do a great job going through the state, and the state licensors are going at the right pace for them. But something that I think we do really well is we support needs in a holistic way. We can work with you and meet you where you're at in terms of getting the licensing process done in the timely manner you're looking for. Things come up, we understand, so we're flexible to go at the pace you want to. But then also, once a kiddo is placed with you and we're with we're still with you. Holistic means the whole way through, and in multiple ways. And that's not just for our kiddos too, because supporting our kiddos' holistic needs, whether it's their physical needs, their emotional needs, or their behavioral needs, we like to make sure we're serving our parents in that same way. Make sure they get the time to have some self-care, some training, just to make sure that they're caring for themselves just as much as they're caring for these kiddos. Because the only way you can be your best for a kiddo is if you're feeling your best for yourself. So we like to support needs in a holistic way. We, just like that image from before, foster parents are seen in a lot of different ways by a lot of different people, but we know it's because there's a lot of different feelings and a lot of different things that we have to process within fostering, and that's why it could be hard to say goodbye to a kiddo, even though they're going to a place that's ultimately going to be their forever home, or that is with family, a little more comfortable maybe. So we want to meet you where you're at, support your needs, where they start, where they and they're never going to end. We're always going to be there with you because you're always going to be growing. We always want to support the growth of our foster parents because we understand what that means. We're a relatively young organization, but we have grown a lot just in a little bit of time. We have been engaging with foster parents, with foster youth, and we want to support that too. Whether that is just being available, or putting you on to the good resources that are out there. We don't provide all the resources, or we don't provide all the kind of care, but we like to provide all the resources in order to care, because caregiving and foster parenting is a team sport. In the end, I say it's a team sport because we all have to work together as a team, as a parent, with your social worker, with their therapist, and it can be hard sometimes to reach out and say, I need the help, or I need this to be taken care of, or it's not going exactly how I want. But you're only going to grow is if you have the willingness just to be open. And I think that's a great thing we like to nurture, is the growth of our foster parents. And then in order to make sure we're fostering that growth and supporting that growth as a foster parent, we want to be available to you. I take pride in when I talk with our foster parents and being available. I will always have my work phone near around me in case there's something going on. Our director, Trelane, is amazing at showing this trait as well, of being available. She's always available to us, always available to our foster parents and our kids. Ultimately, is when she's the most available and most supportive. So we want to be available to you whenever a question arises, whenever a need arises, or positives. We love to hear the positives too. We love to see the cute pictures that come about from taking in a kiddo or showing a kiddo a new experience. So those are just a few of the things, I would say is a great advantage to having a private organization at your back, is just a little more personalization, seeing you holistically, being available, and supporting your growth. JMC, if you're more curious to learn more about us, jmckids.com. Check us out. I know it's hard to just judge people and organization off the website, so please reach out to me as well. I'm always going to be available via email or phone. My email is, you can always reach out. The fosters at jmckids.com is always available. I have access to that. A few more of our staff here at the Child Placement Agency also do, and we can address your concern, question, issue, or if you're ready, if you're ready to get started as a foster parent, please reach out to that email. But also, personally, my phone number is right here. This one. That's my work cell phone. So shoot a text, shoot a call. Funny meme that you found about fostering. I'd love to see it, love to hear it, love to hear what you have to say about fostering, and what your why is. Why do you want to start? Why do you want to be a part of the village that we've been here growing? We like to say that we're a village for children in need, and really those three things that I mentioned earlier: supporting needs in a holistic way, supporting growth, and being available, is really the way we show our village mentality. We're really there for all of our staff, for all of our kiddos, for all of our parents, because fostering is a need, and we don't want to lose good people by not recognizing where they're at, and if they do need support, or if they are doing great, celebrating them for that. So we have a great staff on hand that likes to provide that village mentality. And that's JNC in a nutshell. Didn't get any comments here popping up on our screen, but feel free to leave comments down below. If you have any questions about what I said, any concerns, or input, please let me know. I also have a link in the description to our video, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're finding this, that you can schedule some time with me just to talk, chat about what your availability is, what you would like to do. I obviously am, talking to myself here almost 15 minutes sometimes. So I'd love to have a conversation with you and see what interests you about fostering, what time that you can commit to fostering, even if it's not your all day, everyday schedule. Is there time in your schedule that you could provide some support for our current foster parents? So we can, make that village deeper, make that village stronger in supporting these kiddos, because they really need it. So thanks everyone for joining in. Once again, I'm Josh Kent with JMC Kids. You can check out our website right here. And my phone number, call me, beat me if you want to reach me. That's impossible, but that's also me. Thanks everyone. I always enjoy checking in with the JMC family and putting something out there for hopefully a foster parent to find, listen to, can maybe answer one question for you. But please comment back if I didn't answer something, or if there's something that came to your mind and you're like, I don't want to look through all your videos. That's okay. Or join us back here every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. I am here to answer your questions, to be available to you in a different way. But like I said, I always like to try to be as available as possible, because parenting is a 24-hour gig, and I like to be available for that same amount of time that our foster parents and foster parents, 24/7, as much as I can. Obviously, still getting sleep. You need to too. All right. Hope everyone's enjoying the end of October. Have a safe and happy Halloween. Go to Compelled to Care's Trunk or Treat if you do not know about that. Let's see. You can go right there, compelledtocare.com, and look at their Trunk or Treat. It is a great way to support foster parents and kiddos and get some candy and have some fun. So Ashley Wambach, an amazing person, putting on an amazing event once again. As always there to support our foster parents. Like I said, we don't have all the answers or all the care, but we have the people in our corner and that are willing to help us, help you, and we're always going to be available and have an answer or be diligently searching to find the answer that will fit your needs. So thanks everyone. Hope everyone has a blessed rest of their day and good weekend. Thank you.